Welcome back to Switzer. The best way of making money on the stock market or in business is to know what are the future trends that will drive demand from both consumers and also business. One guy who constantly tries to second guess our future is business futurist and innovation expert Craig Rispin. Craig, thanks for joining us on the program.
Thanks, great to be here again.
Now, Craig, you spend a whole lot of time looking at what's out there.
Yeah, industry by industry.
Yeah.
I do about 50 peak body industry groups, so I have to do lots of research into different industries.
Do you ever actually punt on your own knowledge and go long a particular stock?
No, I don't.
I didn't think so.
No, I don't, because...
But you could.
No.
You would have been. You're on Apple way before other people.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that, because my clients engage me, because I'm about the only consultant they engage that doesn't have a vested interest.
So you don't talk your own hip pocket book.
No.
Okay. But you were on the Apple way before a lot of other people. So you must have regretted that you didn't do that.
That's all right. I gave other family tips.
Good. Fantastic. All right. Now, today you want to talk about was it $16 billion?
$18 billion new part, an emerging new part of the events industry, which is an incredibly important industry here in Australia and worldwide.
Define for people who've never been a part of the events industry, what's that represent?
Yeah, well, it's everything from small corporate events, live events and rock concerts. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I've got people asking me, Craig, you do a lot of events at the Sydney Convention Centre, like yourself, and they're bulldozing it and spending $1 billion. Isn't that stupid? And they don't understand that the events industry in New South Wales is about $3 billion a year.
Yeah.
So it is worth rebuilding that and starting over.
And so what is it around Australia?
Well, it's approaching $16 billion. So
right? that figure is just simply an Aussie
That's just
figure.
Australia.
Okay.
That's just Australia.
Now, you brought a number of graphics and things like that,
Yes.
and you're going to lead us through what you're thinking about the future of events industry, right?
That's right.
Okay, so let's go to the first one first.
Yeah, what do you think that is?
Well, it looks like a family, and they're kind of merging their family with someone who might be overseas.
That's right. That's right. This is a family gathering in Singapore, and when they have a major event, an anniversary or a birthday, they do a hybrid event. And so they use Skype to beam in family members that can't come in. And this is what they do for major events now, so they can have that all-important family photo. And some of them match the decor on both sides of the international call. And
it's only the quality of the colour that actually gives you that clue that the people in the middle are probably in Singapore.
That's right. And this is what I like to define as a weak signal. You can see a little thing that's going to be huge in a foreign land, and then it's going to hit the rest of the world. And you can see this is already happening, that people are doing things like my daughter will open up her Skype connection and leave it running all day long to talk to her cousin in California. And they're just saying, Sabrina, come back and play some more games. And I'm thinking, who's talking upstairs? And it's her cousin Chloe.
But, I was talking to a colleague today who says that they do all their telephone on Skype.
They do. And I was talking to a major telco here, and the executive vice president, and I asked him, what percentage of your business is, this IP, internet data, internet protocol, versus voice? And he said, Craig, it's 99.9% is data. And television and your parent company are going all into, it's television over IP is the future. Everybody knows it's going that way. And the events industry is going that way as well.
Okay. The next one is an interesting one.
Yeah, this is a little promotion that Coca-Cola did, and they call it their contribution to world peace.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
And what they did is they set up a virtual hybrid telepresence, full-size projector. And they said what you can do is if you make friends across the border, an Indian with a Pakistani with an Indian, you make friends with them, then we'll give you a free Coke.
You're kidding.
No.
So the people we're looking at here, one could be in India,
and one's on the other
Pakistan.
border. Yeah, that's right. And these are, traditional enemies and fighting over Kashmir. And they said, well, what if we could do this? What if we could, dent that division a little bit? And they're using this hybrid technology, which I think is amazing and a great way to start off world peace.
Yeah, so, most definitely. Yeah. But can you see this technology being used for events as well?
Oh, it is. It is taking over events like you wouldn't believe. So we had a major milestone about a week and a half ago. You would have heard and reported about the Google I/O conference.
Yeah.
And everybody was talking about these 6,000 developers that descended in San Francisco, and about 600 press that were there. But what they didn't really talk about, where the vice president of Google did talk about in his first sentence, hello out there, the 1 million people that are streaming this live. So there were 6,500 people in San Francisco, but 1 million people simultaneously. And to, television person, that doesn't sound like a lot, but you think about it this way, this isn't terrestrial.
No.
This is going across the internet.
And it's also targeting the people who care.
That's right.
From our point of view, we're happy to get a summary from you.
That's right.
Did you go or did you stream?
Well, I attended virtually. Why would I fly to San Francisco when I can get the whole thing with a 3.5-hour-long keynote?
And it's a big implication for businesses like aeroplane industries.
Yes.
When you and I first got on the speaking circuit, we always flew.
Yeah, but you don't have to do that anymore, do you? I spoke
and hotels will suffer as well.
They will, but other companies will benefit. And you think that hotels will suffer, but they won't. So I'm working with various hotel groups, including listed hotel groups, that are going all in hybrid events. So let's talk a little bit, just quickly, about the 440 viewing parties. They called it for the Google I/O. So there were 440 hotels and other venues that were set up with super fast broadband. So 40,000 Googlers around the globe. And they benefit from it. So a lot of hotel groups are going all in and upgrading their broadband because they know that they might lose in one way, but they gain in another.
Well, I was in Fiji doing a conference with someone coming from America, and it fell down the middle of it. And I was MC, and I had to work very hard. Obviously, Fiji is probably a little bit behind the rest of the world, but ultimately, we have to have that great quality broadband to make it work.
You do. You have to have good broadband, and if not that, get a satellite.
Okay. Next, we've got one more clip to show. Is that right?
That's right. It's just a slide of what the total for this hybrid events, when it goes from those little family meetings and it goes into the events industry, hybrid events, about an $18 billion new income stream.
So this is alone, because it's on top of the 16 that you might
for Australia.
That's right.
Worldwide, another 18. And Australia could be part of this. And there are local companies, some that are listed. So just think about the telecommunication companies, the hotel groups, and the technology companies that are involved in this.
Yeah, and I guess if you're a person who organises events, I remember last year we had, what's his name, the old Fed boss before Bernanke.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. Anyway, I interviewed him live from America, and that was extraordinary.
And it works great, and you don't have to have high bandwidth. And I'd say to the viewers, if they want to give it a try, at Google I/O, they launched something brand new. It's Google Hangouts. You can do a high-def video conference with 10 friends for free.
Yeah. Google Hangout.
Google Hangouts.
Craig, thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much.
Your book, How to Think Like a Futurist?
Yes, at howtothinklikeafuturist.com.
Okay, and that's where you get it from.
That's right.
Excellent. Thanks for coming on the program, mate.
Thanks again.